laying right here along a barricade. It's just now sensing my presence. Beautiful snake. Then this aggressive little guy, look at this. I'm a biter. This is a little tiny corn snake. Not a very pretty one. Kind of a mix of the average looking one and what they also call a Miami phase, which is kind of grayish. But this one has more of an ugly color than anything. It's not a very good looking snake. I mean, it's a beautiful snake in its own right, but it's not as pretty as some of the corns we see. So it's a feisty little thing. We're going to go ahead and take him. He was heading this direction. Send him over here off to do his thing. Alright, well, it's a few minutes of a delayed reaction, so I couldn't get the GoPro to work. We got ourselves a nice, oh, I don't know, it's going to be about a 7-foot python. Just caught here. Beautiful, beautiful snake. So snakes are moving. Saw that coral snake earlier, saw a beautiful mud snake. Got this guy smiling at me. Gonna go ahead and bag him up and keep on rolling. Well, Ant-Man here. So far the evening was pretty good. I'm watching this little piggy run down the road here. Feral hogs have become, you know, well, they've always been around in South Florida and, well, pretty much throughout the eastern United States, but seeing quite a few of them lately. They do a lot of predation on turtle eggs, so during the months of like March and April, especially when the soft-shell turtles are laying their eggs on the levees, these feral hogs just come through and wreak havoc. So this was a big old male running around out there. He ran for quite a ways. He got himself some exercise that night. But nonetheless, had a little bit of problem with the camera earlier, so I missed filming a coral snake and a mud snake and some things. But I did manage so far to you know, get a python and a corn snake. So definitely a good start. Let's see what else we can find. Stretched out nice and easy for me, right in front of the car. Laying right here along a barricade. It's just now sensing my presence. Beautiful snake. Thinks it's gonna go somewhere, but it's not. Yeah, right there against the barricade. How easy is that? As easy we can get a grab on this guy without getting bit. There we go. Alrighty, little small snake. This one's gonna go probably, let's see, oh, a little plugging up there. Oh, 5-footer. So, yeah, cool. It's the second python tonight. There's a lot of snakes moving around tonight. Seen a coral snake, mud snakes, corn snakes, handful of banded water snakes, 2 pythons, so that's a plus. Snake's a little on the skinny side. Looks like it needs to eat, but it's not unhealthy, just it's probably doing what it was doing, out looking for a meal. This size predominantly eats rats and small birds. This is not big enough to have progressed on to larger prey yet. But anyway, that's number 2. Here we have a beautiful little corn snake. Sometimes in this area they're what they call a Miami phase, where they're sort of like a gray background, but this one's kind of a little bit more orange than you usually see for South Florida. Nonetheless, it's a very, very beautiful snake. It's out here foraging probably for anoles. This time of night, the lizards are sleeping, and the rat snakes will climb along these branches and so forth, and they're very arboreal. See how good of a climber this is. We'll let him go up here on a branch and let him just do his thing. They're phenomenal climbers. See the snake heading off in the distance there, and they just crawl along slowly. You can actually sometimes, if you find an knoll, you can feed them by hand, even wild corn snakes, so it's pretty cool. But nonetheless, we're gonna let that snake carry about its business. And we're gonna go look at that tree over there. We're gonna continue on going to look for some pythons. All right. Right where? Oh yeah, there's not a hatchling.
Oh, he's small.
He's not that small.
Oh, you're right. Looks small. You know what is? I'm really high.
Well, not high as in on drugs, just high as in...
High is like high up in the rack.
Exactly. Okay, well, there he goes. Cool.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a yearling. That's not a hatchling.
I know. Again,
cool.
I was high up, he looked tiny.
Yeah, good deal. Let's get a little glimpse of him. Nice.
Get your ass out of there.
Yeah.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah, he's not happy about that.
No, I can't imagine.
Yeah, really?
I thought he would like me getting rid of the grass.
So he's probably about 4.5 feet. So.
Yeah, he's a baby.
Good deal.
Hit my
One?
want to hit my headlamp or no?
Oh yeah, we can turn that off. Cool. All right. Well, here's a little bit more of that same piggy running down the road. This guy ran for quite a ways. I was surprised. But ended up the first evening, I found 2 pythons when I was out solo, and second evening, my buddy Kyle Perry joined me for the small yearling we just found. You know, yearling pythons can vary in size, anything from about 4 feet up to about 7.5 feet, 8 feet maybe, in their by their first year of life. I'd say the average 1-year-old python is probably somewhere around 5 feet, 5.5, which is still considerably larger than 95% of our native snakes. So they outcompete the other snakes quite quickly in their first year of life. So if you like the content, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys out there in the field sometime. Stay safe.